Welcome to the Programming Minds. In this video, we are going to learn implementation of two-dimensional array using C++ programming language. So, two-dimensional array is a part of multidimensional array. Okay, array that stores multiple elements of same data type into single unit in tabular manner known as multidimensional array. Okay, so following are the examples of two-dimensional array. There are two methods mainly used in software industry for the representation of two-dimensional array. So this is method 1. Here we are storing the 6 elements, and it is two-dimensional array. So we have the 2 rows and 3 columns here. Okay, and this is method 2 for the representation of two-dimensional array. So as we said, two-dimensional array, elements get stored in tabular format. So this is the tabular format indexing for two-dimensional array, where we have 6 elements, and that elements get stored like that. So we have 3 columns. Okay, that are the 3 columns, and we have 2 rows. Okay, and first column is at 0th index, second column is at first index, and third column is at second index. Here we have 2 rows, one is at 0th index and second is at first index. Okay, and elements get stored in the first block like that, at the 0th column and 0th row. So yeah, this is the representation of tabular format of two-dimensional array, where we have stored the elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Okay, so let's start the implementation, and let's understand how the two-dimensional array implementation works in C++ programming language. So let's include libraries first. Hash include IOStream using namespace standard. Let's define main function int main and return 0. Give the semicolon here. Okay, now let's define one array int array, and it will have 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, now let's use cout keyword to show the message as to user enter 6 integer elements. Okay, and let's use for loop int I is equal to 0 and I will be less than 2, I plus plus. Okay, so this first for loop will help us to traverse through the rows. Okay, now let's define another loop for int j is equal to 0 and j will be less than 3 and j plus plus, and this for loop will help us to traverse through the columns. Okay, and here we will use cin method to take input from user in the array. Okay, and in first row and first column. Okay, yeah, so by this method we can take input from user into the tabular format by using that loops. Okay, now let's use cout keyword to show the message to the user. We will be showing the two-dimensional array to the user. Okay, and use handle here. Let's use handle here also. It will give some space, and it will look better. Okay, now let's copy about 2 loops and paste it here, and let's change it cout. Okay, and use some space here. and we will use cout here again, cout handle. Okay, so yeah, we have implemented two methods, one for the taking input in the tabular format in the array variable, and one is for the showing user that two-dimensional array. Okay, so we will be traversing through rows, and then we'll into the that for loop we will be traversing through the columns, and we will showing the two-dimensional array to user in the tabular format. So let's run the program and check if it's working well. Okay, program is running successfully, and there is no compilation error. So enter six integer elements. Let's enter 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60 and press enter. Okay, so we got the two-dimensional array. So in the first row we have elements as 10, 20 and 30. In second row we have elements as 40, 50 and 60. So we got the result as per our implementation. Okay, yeah, this was the implementation of two-dimensional array using C++ programming language. If you like this video, you can subscribe to the Programming Minds YouTube channel. Thank you.